Hey, this is Natalie with the Fifth Journey. We are on to the last batch of this round. This is using the leaf lard. The leaf lard has been sourced locally and I wanted to get a wide variety, so I'm just making 1 loaf batches. So each one is about 3 pounds. I get 10 bars of soap out each one. Because I want to, I don't have a lot of this and it is kind of time consuming to render the leaf lard, which you can go back and watch the video. So this is the 4th one I'm going to do out of this set. This is actually my 6th soap. I'm going to be doing 10 total. But the nice thing about this is, I did this hours ago and it is still, it's thickening up, but this is still pretty darn fluid. If I did my normal recipe, I would not be able to do this at all. Because each one I have different layers in each one. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to pause it here and you can go watch the section where I'm making the batter and then we'll come back. So I'm going to go ahead and mix the lye into the oils now. And in here is the lye mixture, and it's kind of a tea colored. And what this is hollyhock and rose water that I did an infusion with, and it was a lovely shade of pink, kind of a purpley pink. It was really pretty. And then when I add the lye to it, I did freeze it so to not scorch it, so I froze it. And then when I added the lye, it turned almost a neon orange, but then it toned down a bit. And I used this last summer, and it did not discolor the soap any. So we're going to go ahead and get started with this, and then we'll divide it out. We're going to go ahead and measure out the fragrance. I'm going to be doing a beachy one. I've been wanting to do a beach one for a long time. This is an ocean breeze, and I'm doing kind of a mix of different things. I'm going to do a layer of the sand, and I have coffee grounds, I have oatmeal, and I have some cocoa powder, as well as some orange peel in here. That's going to be like the sand on the bottom. And then I have some green and blue micas, and then some jojoba beads as well. So let's go ahead and get started. Well, I ran out of storage on my other phone camera, so I had to switch, which this was not the batch to have that happen in because everything is setting up really fast. But it is what it is, so you deal with it. And there seems to be maybe a little bit of ricing going on with this fragrance oil. Yeah, there's some, just a little bit, not much. I'm gonna get my little blender. Okay, well I think that's as good as that's gonna get. So I'm gonna go ahead and spritz the top with the rubbing alcohol, put it in the oven with the light on to go through gel face, and then we'll come back when it's time to cut. We're back. It is a few days later. I had to go out of town, so I didn't have time to cut these. And remember, this one I did 4 soaps in one batch, and this was the last one I did. So the batter was thickening up a little bit, but still very manageable. But then the fragrance oil made it accelerate quite a bit. So I am going to have some pockets and holes in there, but that'll be okay. And you can see how thick that was and it's separated. So we have the sand layer here, and then we're going to have the different colors of waves, so I think it'll be pretty once we cut into it. And you can see I did the green that discolors, so it actually discolored to a dark blue, and then I have the lighter blue, and I had to use the tool in there to kind of swirl things around. So we're gonna just see how it looks. So I'm gonna go ahead, I don't really need to, I guess I'll trim the top up just a little bit. The bottom doesn't need trimmed. So these worked. I mean, these came out. I was really worried about this batch, but it did come out just fine. And I think, you know, the glycerin rivers actually really lend to movement of water. So we've got the nice sand base and the swirling waves. So that turned out pretty cool. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp these and trim up the sides, let them cure, and we'll come back for a final look when it is time to test them and put them up for sale.